Hey lovelies, and welcome to this week's video. Thank you for joining me. Today we're talking about getting out in nature. It's officially the summer holidays here now. It's been sunny, it's been lovely. So it's been great weather to get outside, and particularly for my kids who are off school to get outside and play, which they love to do, thankfully. However, there are other benefits for being outside. Even if you're not a child or you don't have children, there's a great sense of wellness, and it's great for your mental clarity. It's great for grounding, it's great for balancing yourself, is being out in nature. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in the middle of a forest or up a mountain or something like that. It can be simply being outside in your back garden barefoot on your lawn. Just bringing you in touch with the ground and with nature is a really great exercise, and it's a really good habit to get into. So this is great all year round, as long as you dress appropriately and you wrap up warm in the winter and you're protecting yourself in the summer. But I find that particularly here in England that we only have very small windows of time where the weather is nice. So when the weather is nice, it's great to make the most of it, because we just do not know when it's going to be nice again, because it rains most of the time here. It's rainy and gloomy. It's just, you get used to it. Anyway, when it's nice and sunny here, it, like I say, it makes you want to go outside, because we don't have it very often, and you're like, right, we need to make the most of this. So it's a bit more of a motivator to be outside when it's lovely and sunny. But in general, just being outside and being in nature and in the elements is a really good way to kind of reset yourself, because you can ground yourself by being barefoot. You can ground yourself by leaning up and touching trees. You can sit on a beach and run your hands through the stones or through the sand. You can sit down in the garden and run your hands through the grass. All about making those connections with nature. Taking a walk in the rain may not sound very appealing, but it can be a very good way of cleansing your mind and just bringing some clarity, because it's getting you outside with the elements. And the appreciation of nature is something that is really quite prevalent at the moment. It's very everyone is very environmentally aware currently. It seems at the moment there's a lot of awareness of things going on in the oceans, things going on with deforestation, things going on with climate change and global warming and things like that. So we have this appreciation and this respect for nature, in the sense that it is huge, that it was here way before us and will probably be here after us. And would probably thrive a lot better if we weren't around. If we're honest, the world would be a very, very different place if we hadn't been doing what we were doing. So we need to kind of give back, and we need to have that respect and that appreciation for the world around us, because it quite literally gives us life. There is no, without these elements, without the things that go on and all of these intricate processes that happen in nature, we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be able to survive. It's as simple as that. So it's not really something you can do down and think, oh, that's not important, doesn't bother me, because it's a day will come when it really, really will. So why not now? So it's about, and it's also a good exercise in mindfulness to be outside and to just listen to the sounds of nature. So if you can be somewhere reasonably quiet, so if you go for a walk in the park and you can listen to the wind in the trees, or the running of a river, or if you live by the sea, listening to the waves. It's just, I find there's nothing more majestic and awe-inspiring than watching the sea and watching those waves, and that kind of, just that sheer magnificence of the sea and the power that it has. And that's all there. That's nature. That we didn't put that there, we didn't make that. It has formed, and I find it very hard to put into words, because I do find it quite awe-inspiring. And it's the same when you see big mountains and huge trees and things like that, to think that they've just been there and they've just been growing and they're magnificent. And it kind of puts into perspective our little place on this vast planet in this vast universe. So if you're needing some time to get some clarity, you're needing some time to get some grounding, then get outside and get with nature. You can go sit in the park, you can go sit in your back garden, you can tend some plants in a window box if you don't have a garden. I used to live in a flat and we used to have plants and things just to kind of have that bit of connection. And I'm very fortunate where I am. I live right next to some huge woods, so I can go on woodland walks. And I also live in a seaside town. I live on the coast, so the beach is like a rocky beach, is about 5 minutes up the road from me. So I can go and do these things, and sometimes I forget how lucky I am, how fortunate I am, and I need to check myself and go and appreciate these things, because sometimes when life gets really, really overwhelming, it's lovely to be able to just step outside in an open space or make that kind of grounding connection and realize that a lot of things that are going on, a little bit of perspective can go a very long way. And also being able to get into a space where you can just ground and clear your mind for a moment helps you to recharge, to be able to go back and face whatever it is you need to face, and can make you feel that little bit more emotionally stronger as well. It's also a great place to sit and do some quiet meditation by yourself if you're able to, and just have this downtime and connect. And if you do have kids, then it's never too young to get them appreciating nature as well, for all of the reasons I mentioned, and also realizing that everything has its place. So there's ways that you can do that through trying to spot birds, trying to spot butterflies, spotting bugs, not hurting bugs when you see them. If they're minding their own business, then leave them be. And it's just growing up with these kind of respect for nature and other things, and that we're not here to run the world in that sense, I think is really, really important. So if you're looking for some headspace and you're looking for some clarity and you're looking for some grounding, then you don't need to spend lots of money on yoga classes or meditations, or even loads and loads of crystals. If you're not able to do that, just get outside. It's free and it's there all the time. It's just get outside and get some space and take some deep breaths and just appreciate what's around you. So and like I say, I'm saying this right now in the middle of summer because it's a really appealing time to be outside to get you started. So maybe if you can start off now and it becomes a habit, then when it gets to winter, you may still be quite inclined to go out for a bundle up warm and go out for a walk regardless, because that can really help with seasonally affected mood and things like that as well. So I hope you can get outside, or I hope you that you're able to have something green and natural in your life that you can maybe look after if you don't have a garden, or if you live in an urban area, you've quite likely got parks nearby that you can go and sit on the grass or just sit on a bench, or if you are exceptionally fortunate as I am and you have woodland, sea, riverbanks, everything around you, then there's an abundance of things that you can do and begin to appreciate. So I hope you enjoy, and I will be back again in a couple of weeks as my videos are a bit more spread out over the summer. So in the meantime, you can take a look at the playlist up here to see some back videos about all different crystals. And if you're new here or you haven't already subscribed, then click the button and you will be able to stay up to date with my next videos. And yeah, take care, enjoy nature, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.